close the door. I hear your footsteps on the floor. Won't you come and lay?
We have special guests Livvi and Simon here in the studio with us. How are you guys doing today?
Great, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm so happy to have you. And we are going to have some fun today. I think we're going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to ask you guys 10 random questions.
Oh, God.
Feed, yes, very random. And we're going to feed off your answers. I'm going to start it easy though. Okay. I'm going to start it easy for you guys.
Easy a little bit.
Yes. What's new with your music right now?
Well, for me, I just kind of getting my teeth into my album, which has been long awaited. Finally kind of feeling really good about it. Still writing for other people, working in LA and London, and now I'm back here ready for the experience show.
Excellent, excellent. Simon, what about you?
Yeah, I'm just kind of doing the same. Actually working on my album and working on a bunch of other people's music as well. And, shooting some videos with Mr. Adam Taylor and yeah.
Yes, in your backyard, I hear.
In my backyard.
Very nice.
Showing off my Taylor.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, let's get into the randomness now. If you could be any superhero, who would it be and why?
It's horrible at these questions.
You can defer to Simon if
Yeah, I
you need
think
60
you-
seconds to think
You
about
take
it.
your turn.
I'm gonna go with the Hulk so I could be green and have big muscles. You really ain't got that much choices though.
I
Well,
don't know that many
Take a girl
superheroes.
take on a guy one. If you want to be Batwoman or
Captain Barbados.
Captain Barbados, yeah.
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet, wonderful, excellent, wonderful.
Our powers combined.
Yeah.
I love it. What was your first ever job? It could have been a summer job. It could have been, you know, one of those unpaid internships. What was your first ever job?
My first job was, my mom's a hairdresser, so I used to go and sweep up hair and wash people's hair and make people coffee and tea.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Right?
I got pretty good tips actually.
In summers I did stuff like car washing and stuff like that, and painting and just random odd jobs. But my first full-time job was a busboy at a restaurant.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, what was one thing you think you did as a child that annoyed your siblings the most? I know siblings
A
love
child, like
and
how-
hate each other.
Like how young?
Any youngness.
I think when me and my sister are pretty close in age, but I think when she was just starting to get into her snotty, bratty teen years, I was still like kind of innocent, but kind of getting bratty as well. And I really wanted to be in all of her business. She was like, Olivia, just stay out of it. And I was so hurt. I took it so personally.
That's what sisters do, trust me.
Right? They were great about
I
it.
was a pretty quiet kid. I don't think I really annoyed my brother and sister that much. Plus I was older than them, so
Yeah.
The annoying thing would have been that you would have been out of trouble and they would have been in the trouble.
Maybe.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, I know I was an annoying teenager, but I think I was an annoying teenager just to everyone.
Teenagers generally, no.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding, guys. We love teenagers. Okay, if you had stop it. If you had $1 million, what would be your guilty pleasure that you would buy? No, don't give me the charity thing. I want the guilty pleasure. I want to know.
I'd probably get, I mean, I don't know how long this would buy, but I love massages. I'd probably get like
$1 million
like
worth
a
of
month-long massage that never stops. And I'll just lie down for the whole time and just be awake, and then I'm sleeping like, oh, let's still massage me. Oh. Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, cool.
For me it would be musical gear, studio gear,
Proper answer.
and
Come on.
tattoos and piercings. I think that I would probably be tattooing over tattoos.
You'd run out of space by the end of
Yeah,
your $1 million,
for sure.
I think.
Yeah.
So what's your fondest school memory? Now, Livvi, I know you went to Queen's College,
Yeah.
and Simon, you went to Harrison College,
I did.
and Queen's, actually.
I did, yeah.
So what's your fondest, and if you want to go the opposite of fond, you're welcome to do so.
Yeah, you go ahead. I have to think about this.
I shut off the water supply for the entire of Harrison College one day by playing shot put with a rock and bursting
remember
the
that.
main.
I remember that.
I also...
And we got to go home, I think.
Yes, everybody
So
got to go home.
that was fun for everyone.
Oh yeah, it was good. I also almost blew up our chemistry lab. I created an acid bomb.
And they let you come
Oh
back.
my
and,
By accident, right?
you definitely seem like the kind of person who would do
I had
that.
a lot of fun. And we actually...
Kids do not do that at school.
I think I can say this now. We actually had a plan, a few of us guys, to spray paint the entire school.
Do not do this now.
We were foiled the day before by some teachers.
And I'm glad you were, because I love school. I really did.
On to you.
Oh
Beat
gosh.
that.
Okay. I almost cut my finger off at woodwork.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that?
On purpose
I don't
or by
know where this
accident?
thing passed. I you know the jigsaw saw when we were doing
Yes,
we were like
you
making
swivel
a handkerchief.
You make like the spice
napkin
wrap.
holder.
You
Yeah,
make
yeah.
the napkin holder.
And I was just there sliding it along, and then something distracted me, and next thing you know, the thing was about to cut halfway through my thumb. Thank God it was not too serious. There was a lot of blood, but it was it wasn't as bad as it looked.
Wow. Do you still have your napkin holder? Because
No, I wish I did.
That's the kind of thing.
I'd have something to show for it. at
Yes,
least, but
yes.
no, it's disappeared. How do you-
Gone forever. Okay, what about food that you refuse to eat? Stuff you just think is so gross. For me, it's mashed potatoes. I know that's
Really?
weird, but my mother once caught me with a fistful of mashed potatoes, and she always tells the story out the window. I used to throw it out the window so I didn't have to eat it.
Oh my gosh, I'm honestly like, I'm a real foodie, and I kind of like everything.
Yeah.
But oh god, what can I?
I'm a garbage can. I would eat
Oh.
almost anything.
I can't think of anything
So
that I don't
favorite
like.
food, favorite food.
Oh, but that's
Is
hard
that
too,
just as
because
hard?
I love everything.
Sushi all the way.
I know, sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah, I
And
go
the
for
salsa's
sushi.
coming in close in a second. Salsa
Nice
today,
and
for
lean.
sure.
It's
I
Saturday.
have a problem with barbecue. Pork ribs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even though I got locks, you know.
You
Like
still
my
eating the pork ribs? Yeah, listen to the two of you. The two of you with your locks eating all your pork
Yeah.
ribs. Disgraceful. Okay, most interesting place you've ever been. Could be a country, it could be a landmark. Most interesting place you've ever been.
I think probably Bali.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually working there. They had this kind of writing trip thing, but it's amazing how much it really reminded me of Barbados. So it wasn't really, it didn't really feel like I was somewhere completely different. But just the fact that I was that far away from home, it was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I can talk about this at dinner parties.
Yeah, yeah. Drop it in conversation on radio. Trip to
Exactly.
Bali.
Oh, just back from Bali.
Yes.
I don't know. That's a hard one for me. I don't get to travel as much as.
Oh, but you went to Dominica this year, I know.
Yeah, I
think
really
you
enjoyed
that.
Dominica. Yeah, I enjoyed Dominica a lot. I think in terms of interesting, Camden might actually be
yeah.
at the top of the
Lots of
list.
sights and sounds and flavors in Camden.
In London. I mean,
Oh,
just
sweet.
weird people. I mean,
Yeah.
well, I say weird.
You. Yeah. No.
You'll fit in right
Yes. Okay, who's your childhood role model? It doesn't have to be like a famous person. It could be someone that you really looked up to as a child.
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
You see that?
Mhm. Got the look going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It might sound kind of cheesy, but I think my sister.
Aww.
We were really close when we were young, and I just always kind of looked up to her. And whenever we were at swimming, like swimming clubs and stuff like that, I was always known as Jessica's sister.
Yes. Yeah.
And like she was like
Yeah.
like everyone loved her, and she was so outgoing and popular, and it's just like I want to be like that.
Aww. That's so sweet. That's such
Love
a
you,
sweet story. All right, guys. So we're gonna get down to business now. Last question. How are you preparing for tonight's next experience at the Kensington Oval, the Bond at Kensington Oval?
After I leave here, I'm going to get acupuncture. Seriously.
Nice.
I'm a little bit.
Get in a nice zone
I need to
before
get my chakras balanced.
you go on.
Yeah, exactly.
I have already started preparing.
Oh, let's hear it.
Yeah, me and my son this morning, Mr.
Oh, no.
Jack Stone,
Aw.
we sat down and I went on Reddit and I found a list of the worst performances in history, and I went through them and watched
What not
lots
to
of
do.
really, really bad performances.
I will not be as bad as these guys. Good. What not to do?
And actually, I thought some of the performances were pretty good, so I mean, who knows what's going to happen tonight.
Well, I know it's going to be wonderful. I know that you guys and Next Six and Taff and Puffy and Just Jay and Bubbles and Salt and these secret super duper mega stars are just going to rock
Shout
the
out
show
to the
tonight.
secret mega
Yeah.
star.
Yes, I'm coming and I've promised I'm going to drink an entire beer because usually I take 2 sips and then I go, had enough, that's it.
And then I have to drink 3
Can't
quarters
do
of
it.
a warm beer.
Can't do it.
I'll be there to catch you. when
So
start to
you catch
stumble.
me when I start to stumble.
Yes.
Absolutely. I want to thank you guys so much for coming and
Thank
having
you.
some fun with me and doing 10 random questions.
Woo-woo.